you don't really define trauma based on the event itself. It's how it impacts that particular person. So, one person's trauma can be something that's not traumatic for another person. So, I mean, if a person was bullied in school, that can be very traumatic for them. If it doesn't necessarily have to be what somebody may think of as traumatic. It's depending on how whatever impact that had on that person. If they're still not able to let it go years later, if they're still affected by it, if it's still stuck for them, if they're still certain things like they're still having bad dreams about it, they're just not able to move forward, it still has a really negative impact on them, then it can be traumatic for that particular person, whatever the incident might have been or set of incidences. Well, some of the symptoms of trauma might be, hypervigilance. It might be, intrusive memories coming up. It might be, not able to stop thinking about it, having dreams about it. Sometimes out of the blue, they might be reminded of that incident by a certain smell, a certain sound they might hear that could remind them of it, or they might just not be able to stop thinking about it. They might be thinking about it over and over again. Or sometimes people might forget a traumatic memory. People may think, how can you forget something that's so traumatic? But it can happen. People can forget after years and years and then suddenly remember when the mind is ready to process it again. And then we work on processing it little bit by little bit. When the person is ready to start talking about those things, clients usually, when they want to start talking about it, is usually a sign that they are ready to talk about it. And usually clients are talking about it to somebody at some point. Sometimes clients are talking about it to everybody that they know. It's good that they start talking about it to somebody who's a therapist and in a safe space where we can start doing those exposures little bit by little bit.